Hey YouTube, how's it going? VenomMan20 here tonight, and tonight I have something pretty interesting to lay out on the table. We are going to be unboxing what many people consider to be the most feared viper in the Americas. This is the fer-de-lance. But this might be a little bit confusing to some, so let me go ahead and actually talk about what I have inside these two containers. So the fer-de-lance is the common lancehead viper across South America. So that snake is actually Bothrops atrox. But if you was to Google fer-de-lance right now, it would come up Bothrops asper. So the whole definition of the genus is very interesting. So if you look up Bothrops atrox, originally Bothrops mugini, or the Brazilian lancehead, was in with the fer-de-lance. Bothrops lacurus, or the whitetail lancehead, was in with the fer-de-lance, and the lanceolatus that you guys have seen me work with was actually the original fer-de-lance. So this is really a blanket term that a lot of people give to pretty much every lancehead down in South America. So these are Bothrops columbiensis, which isn't a true species, I don't think. Many people state, and a lot of the literature states, that columbiensis is not a real species. It is just a pretty yellow variation of the Bothrops atrox. These Bothrops columbiensis are found in Venezuela, but the Bothrops atrox is found throughout a huge portion of South America. So I'll get into that here in a second, but let's go ahead and get these guys out. They might be a little wiry, these guys tend to be. So let's see how this goes.
All venomous snake handling in this video is performed by a professional. Please don't try anything you're about to see at home.
So I gotta admit, the scenery's a little bit different. I'm actually working on this room as my new reptile room in my studio. So if you hear a little bit of rustling behind you, that's the king cobras, don't mind them. I'm going to be getting the male out first, because he's inside a container that is not see-through. These guys tend to fly. When I said they're the most feared, it's because they can move. They can really move. Okay, he's looking gorgeous. He actually just shed, so this should be awesome. They don't tend to ride a hook, and what makes them really dangerous is they will run, and as they're running, they will turn back around on you once you get off balance. And they can jump, which is pretty impressive. Actually almost get airborne. But he is this pretty yellow. They don't ride a hook very well, or typically don't. He actually pooped into the container. That's okay. But very beautiful snake. So the males are typically a little bit smaller than the females. I'm trying to get my camera to zoom in. It's not working. Hey buddy. Don't be crazy, okay? Be a good snake. So like I said, these are some of the most feared because they are pretty defensive. They will strike a lot if need be. Oops, there he goes. Ah, they're so quick. Don't do that. It's okay. It's okay. So this guy might get just a little bit bigger, but not much. They don't ride hooks real well, as you see. And they're very defensive. This guy's being really good tonight for what they are. This is a snake that you really need to know what you're doing if you're working them. They are a very dangerous animal. They are extremely hemotoxic. If you was to get bit by this animal, you could very easily lose a limb. You could very easily lose your life. They are nothing to be played with whatsoever. They are a serious animal, but very beautiful, needless to say. Hey buddy. Well, I'm going to go ahead and put him down, and we're going to get the female out. She's a little bit bigger. I'm not sure if she's going to do better out on the table or worse. We will see. So let's see how this goes. Come on, bud. Doing good. Whew. Got him in. That went well. I've got to adjust camera angles because that couldn't have looked good on your end. We'll see what we can do with that footage. But those guys typically can climb too. They're not just terrestrial. They will be up inside the trees. They are a very serious animal, very scary snake. Just because that hemotoxin, like I said, if you got bit on the leg, you could easily lose your leg if you don't lose your life. If you was to get bit mid-body, it could, I mean, that's going to be a hard one to survive because it's literally going to rot away the tissue. So that's a serious snake. I mean, all the lance heads are very, very serious. The Atrox, it's just the fer-de-lance. You know, I watched those videos as a kid on Discovery Channel, and ever since then I've just been like, oh, that's a serious one. You know, so I know the lanceolatus I work with are probably a little worse, but it's pretty serious animal regardless. You can't take a bite from either. So let's go ahead and get the female out, see how she does. Hopefully she does just as well as he did, because he did quite well. He only jumped once, and that's awesome. So anyway, let's go ahead and get out the female and see how this goes. I like her color. I think she's a little bit prettier than the male is. But that's often the case in the Bothrops genus. Watch where I put my fingers because of the holes in the lid, because I have very long fangs. So this species can actually get about 4 foot in length, which is not, oops, that probably made her upset. That's not huge for Bothrops. Like Bothrops asper can possibly get 8 foot. Lanceolatus can possibly get 8 foot. Caribeus can possibly get 8 foot. Here she is. Oh, don't bite the table. It's just the ground. It's okay. She might be springy. So these guys will actually strike off of a hook. So if you're hooking them, they will strike off of it, like back at you, which is pretty crazy. Oh, losing her off the table. Where are you going? Coming back? Okay, good. Hey. Hey, don't fall. Don't fall. Falling will get you wound up. We don't need that. But they're very, very quick strikers. Very punchy snakes. They don't mess around. She's starting to get wound up. But these guys do climb very well. They are nocturnal, which is pretty interesting. So these guys will come out at night, and they blend in so well with the leaf litter. Like most of these guys they have the pattern a lot like your copperheads do, so they actually blend in very well with the leaves. But this girl, of course, sticks out a little bit more because she's the yellow variation. Ah, we're losing her. Hey, sweetheart. Crap, 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 crap. Oh, no. Don't strike, it's okay. She's got a little bit of a scar on her underbelly. I'll stop messing with her here in a second. I just want to make sure we got some good clips for you guys to see her. So these guys a lot of times will be a lot like the Barnetti. I don't know if you remember the Barnett's lance head that I brought out on the table. Different table, but still. Just striking the whole time. A lot of times these guys will be like that. But she's been worked with quite a bit. She's always been a captive animal, captive born and bred little baby, raised up to this size. So these will be on my channel for a while. Like, I'm not planning on doing anything with these guys, so I will probably have them if you guys want to come back and check them out, get an update. I might breed them next year just for the fun of it. There's not really a conservation effort for these. These are actually the common lance head. These guys are very common. So, with that being said, it's one of the few non-rare things I work with. I just wanted them because of the name, fer-de-lance. That strikes fear in many people's hearts. And as you see, she's still trying to get away from me. She's not coming back on me yet. So let me go ahead and put her up. So anyway, if I do say so myself, that went very smooth. Stoked on that, because like I said, that's a very hemotoxic snake that I cannot get bit by. So I guess that goes to say with pretty much everything I work with. But I find them to be very, very difficult at times, very punchy. They have a tendency to shoot out the doors of enclosures. They're always waiting for food. They're always in ambush mode, very quick. They love to run, and then once they get done running, they'll turn back on you very quickly. But they are a lance head. I've said this 100 times before. I'll say it one more time at least. The lance heads are very, very, very important. They're going to be doing research on the lanceolatus venom here very soon, since I was able to breed that specimen, those species I should say. So that's going to be exciting. But not only that, there's other species that we haven't really studied the venom on, which could hold the key to a lot of things, which would be very awesome. Because, like, for instance, the Bothrops sherica from South America, their venom is being used for high blood pressure medication. So there's a chance if you have high blood pressure and you take the medication, there's actually a protein from that snake's venom in that medication. So these guys are very important. If you are down in South America or even Central America with the Bothrops aspera and stuff, be very careful where you tread. Don't do anything stupid. If you see an animal, leave it alone. Their strike span is ridiculous. If you don't believe me, Dingo Dinkerman did a video on these guys. I can leave a link in the comments or down in the description. He had one get full airborne. It was amazing. Glad you're okay, man. I really enjoy the channel. They can fly. So, I promise you next time we're inside this room filming another video, I will have it better set up. It is, right now you're all the way back against a king enclosure. So I can't take the camera back any farther. I'm working on an exhibit up top for a croc monitor, so I just don't have any more room that away. We still got a little bit of room this away, but I got snakes over here, got monitors over here. It's tight. So with that being said, hopefully I can get the angles right. I'm sorry if this video sucked. I will be posting more videos here very soon. I have some really exciting things coming. I was really excited for these, but the stuff coming is just crazy. So hopefully you'll subscribe, show all your friends. You're probably seeing this video tomorrow, so it probably doesn't matter, but I will be probably doing a live feed tonight at like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Whenever I get this video uploaded, I'll start the live stream if I can. If the internet's good enough here, we'll do one. But also going to be selling these Venom Man custom snake hooks very soon. I will actually leave a pinned comment in the description of this video if you're interested. Just let me know, and we will go ahead and get you set up with one. I'm stoked for these. I really like them. I made them all myself. The grip, well, I didn't like make the grip or the shaft, but I put them all together, bent it, sourced all the products. So yeah, I like them. I think they're perfect. Super lightweight, but also very durable. You see me using them in the King video. Anyway, I'll stop promoting my own stuff. Thank you for checking out the video. Y'all have a wonderful night.